Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me either on YouTube or on Facebook, make sure that you are subscribed. You can subscribe to YouTube below, and if you're through my Facebook, basically give StreamYard permission if you're in the group, and if you're in on the page, it's all good. They'll let me know who you are. In any event, welcome back to Monday. Monday is my online free class that I give. I usually dedicate Mondays to a 3D project, or else I also or I do it to a fancy fold card. And today we're going to be working on a fancy fold card. I actually saw this card from a UK, and she's not a Stampin' Up demonstrator. She Mixed Crafts, I think is her name. And I had to play around with it quite a bit just to make it work into from the metric into the imperial. And I think I got it working, but you know what? There could be some tweaks. In any event, hello, Pam. Hello, Betty. Hello, Dolores. Oh, my goodness. So we are going to be making, we're making another Valentine's card. I do have to get these Valentine's cards ready for this weekend when I go see the granddaughters. So this one's going to be, because I did a fancy fold for one, I better do a fancy fold for another one, right? So really the paper from the Country Floral Bouquet, or Country Floral, is going to steal the show really with this particular one, I guess. I'm using this beautiful stamp set. I'm using actually these ones here. I think they're so pretty together. And like I say, I'm hoping that it turns out. I know it'll turn out. And then tomorrow, unless I get it done today, I'll have a template there for this particular card. Because of just the cutting and everything else, it might be a little bit, but I think it's a pop-up, kind of a pop-up thing. I don't know what she called it. I just know that I like the looks of it when it was sitting up there. So that's why I'm going to do this particular card. So we're going to be using that. Your best friend today is going to be your Stampin' Up trimmer. You're going to find that this is going to be something that's really going to help you with this particular card. This will be going live at 1 o'clock on Saturday on a blog post. So if you want to go back in there to get the measurements from there, it'll be there. But also this template should be in there tomorrow in my Facebook group. And the link down below to the Stampin' with Diane Stampers group, not the new one, the other Stampers group, where I post all my tutorials and everything, that's where it'll be. Anyways, I'm just seeing who's all here. Hello, Karen. Hello, Linda. 2 Lindas. Awesome. So, awesome. Good. Okay, so I have my paper kind of cut, but we're going to go through. Hello, Nancy from Australia. And Tuesday, you're right, it is Tuesday there. This is my Monday, so it's your Tuesday. In any event, I have my cardstock here. This is thick basic white. You should always use it. Oh, you know what? Let me jump on down to my thing here. So this is thick basic white. It's always a good plan to use thick basic white when you are using it for a card base. So this happens to be 5.5 by 8 inches. It's not the regular 8.5 inches. And I'm sorry, as far as the imperial goes, I'm not sure exactly what it is. But anyways, I'm going to show you how this goes. This is the start of my template. So this is how it's going to go. To me, this is kind of like a tri-shutter card is how it goes, but it pops out. It's really interesting how it pops out. So we're going to get our cutting blade out of the way. And on the long side, we are going to score at 2 inches. And I really do prefer to use my scoreboard for this. However, for demonstrations of being able to show you on here, it is best that I use my trimmer. And then what I can do is I can turn this around and go 2 inches from this side. And I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'll just turn them. On my template, it's going to say 2 inches, and then it's going to say 6 inches on there. But this just means that you just turn it around. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up at 1 inch. And on my trimmer here, you see how I've got this where it's lit up, and it's not really lit up. What it really is, this is a 1/4 inch piece of So Saffron cardstock, and I put glue dots underneath and attached it to my trimmer here. And this really helps for you to be able to see certain things when we go to line this up. So when I line this up at 1 inch, I'm going to come in with my scoring blade, and I'm going to come down to the 2-inch mark. See, I can see it, the 2 inch. You can also put it right to where that fold is. And I'm going to cut down to the 6-inch mark. And what I'm doing is cutting between those two score lines. Then I'm going to lift this up and turn it and just do it the 1 inch on this side as well. And again, we're going to go from the 6-inch score line or this inch score line there up to the 2-inch there. And then I'll show you what this is going to look like. So this is what it looks like. So it's cut in between the two score lines. So I hope that works out for you. Now, this is, we're going to get that cutting one out of the way because that's when things can happen, right? So then I'm going to go to the 3-inch mark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score between this cut line and this cut line here. So also on your scoring blade and your cutting blades, there's little lines that you can line up there. Or, like I say, if you've got it where you've got this marking there, you'd go from 1 inch to 4.5 inch. But we're just going in between at the 3-inch. So 3 inches from there. Let's just turn it and do 3 inches from there as well. And score in between those score lines. Just like that. And then one more score, and that is going to be at 4 inches. Remember, this is 8 inches, 5.5 by 8 inches. And we're just going to go up here and score up here. Lift this up and come down and score from this cut line down to the end of the card. So then when I take this out, like I say, I'll have the template. I'm actually going to, I'll have it, all my dotted lines are always the scored lines, and then my cut lines are like that. And I'll have all the measurements there, and that'll be put onto my Facebook group by tomorrow. All right, so this is the tricky part. So all we're going to do is we're going to score, we're going to come in this way and this way to begin with. So it kind of looks like a gatefold card. And I guess if we wanted to, we could put a belly band around here. I'm not doing a belly band on this one because I'm going to show you a way that we can actually fit it into our card, into our envelope as well. Then what we're going to do is on these parts, we're going to score down so that they're just like this. And I'll come in with my bone folder in just a second. And then these pieces are going to fold this way. Now, like I say, this is almost identical to a tri-shutter card with the way that it opens and closes or folds and everything else. So I'm just coming there and just like that. And then when I go to do this card, I'm going to actually come and also do this up this way. And when I do this card, it's going to sit like that. And this is the way that it's going to look. When it's standing up, it's going to look this way. And like I say, I don't know what it is, but it is a bit of a pop-out card. This is going to be on my blog on Saturday at 1 o'clock. All right, so then I went and I just cut a bunch of this designer series paper. So we've got some of that. You know what? We might not even put that designer series paper on until after we've done this other part. So I do have a part. This is Sweet Sorbet, and this is very similar to what I'd done kind of in a card class yesterday. And this part is going to sit right like this on here, and see how that's going to pop out. So this is going to be, this is 3 inches by 3¼ inches on the Sweet Sorbet, and then this is 2 3/4 by 3 inches. So just like that. But let's go ahead and stamp this. Now I'm going to be using a photopolymer stamp set. So you should always have and use your paper piercing mat. So I'm going to come in with this one. And like I say, we're using these two ones here. Now, always when I do two-step stamping, and I think I gave this hint last Saturday, but also I'll give it to you again today, is always start with the dark color first. So when I did the Regency Park, or the petal parade, I think it was called, I did the dark part first. So we want to go in and we're going to stamp the darker part there. And oh my goodness, I've got something on my block. I know what this is, so just scratch that off. So I'm coming in with my Sweet Sorbet. Now, this one needs re-inking, but you can tell where everybody seems to go to the center of the stamp. So I'm going to kind of go around the edge parts of the stamp. Let's try to get that centered. And we're just going to go straight down and just hold it down. Hello, Myrtle. Hello, Pat. And hello, Laura. And Marilyn. My goodness. Okay. And if I've missed somebody, I'm sorry. So just like that. Now, that to me looks interesting. I really think that that's an interesting sort of pattern. But I'm going to come in with the other part, and we're going to do this with petal pink. Now, I could change this up, but this whole suite, this country floral suite, uses Sweet Sorbet and petal pink. I know my oldest granddaughter doesn't really care for pink, so this will kind of appease her, I guess, because it's not really a pink. So then I'm just going to come in here, and then we're going to line this up. So the best way to line this up is to put those flowers in the middle. And then just go straight down, and we'll hold that down. I hope I put enough ink on there. My ink pad really needs to be re-inked again. All right. So just like that, and see how that works. Now, if I wanted to, I could cut that out, but I'm not going to. I'm just actually going to go ahead and put this on here. And then that's going to come and pop up onto this part of the card. All right, so I've cut this from the Country Floral Designer Series paper. It happens to be 1 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So we'll put that on with our glue. I'm going to come out. I don't need this at this point. Now I think I'm just going to put Happy Valentine's Day on this one. Let's just go and put this on here. Really like these little hearts. They're so pretty. Just like that. Another one right here. You kind of want that to be there. Now, I went ahead and this is 1 inch. Remember, we cut down 1 inch from each side. So this I went 3/4 by, and this is 2 inches in between. So I went by 1 3/4. Now, wasn't sure whether or not if I should have this side. This is what's going here. Or if I should go this side. And you know what? I know it kind of is busy here, but I'm going to put this on there. I think that's going to really tie it all in together. Originally, I wasn't going to do that. Now, I cut this in a full strip. So this is like piecing a puzzle together. I want them to kind of match up. So there we go. So let's just put those on there. Like that. Awesome. You guys are talking among yourself. That's amazing. That's great. And then this piece is going to go there. When I do cut designer series paper and it's a continuous design, I try to keep them so that, you know, if the eye where it's continuous, right? And you know what? That I have to move down a little bit. And then I'll do that down here as well. So I hope you're enjoying like this series where I do like 3D or fancy fold cards. Haven't done too many 3D projects. And I used to do so many 3D projects. And like I said, this is just going to go like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Now, I am thinking to myself, I think I'm going to pop this piece up and put that piece down is the best. So let's go ahead and bring in my dimensionals. Now, this kind of thing would be great to use your side pieces, like these strips down here on the dimensionals as well. Yeah, these dimensionals go you use every single piece of these dimensionals. So I'm just going to put one there, and that should be enough on there. You put too much on it, it won't go through in the mail, right? Yeah, I love 3D projects. You know, when we went to Vienna and we did our swaps, most of the people over in Europe do 3D projects. It was really kind of neat to get a bunch of these 3D projects, that's for sure. Okay, so this is going to go there. Oh, of course, Betty. You know, if I went online and I didn't expect anybody to share or do, and even for that matter, case my cards, I don't know what I'm doing. If I didn't want you to do anything like that, honestly, I shouldn't be on here live. That's for sure. Okay, so I am going to, and I don't normally do this, is I'm going to put the glue on this side because it's overlapping there. So it's really important that I don't get it out on the outside there. So I'm just going to put the glue down here. Now, it is a little bit smaller. It goes right to the edge, but it's a little bit down from here and here. So let's just go. Yeah, I think this is such a pretty thing. So I'm just going to go like this. And let's just put that right in the middle there. Thank you. Yeah. If you like this, make sure you give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate you sharing my video. Now, we need to put a sentiment on there. So my thought was I was going to just use a strip, which I have here. And, you know, I'm going to put it right across the front here. So I'm going to use the Happy Valentine's Day. My favorite sentiment in this whole thing is just wanting to say, but there's really no place that you could put that. See, that would look so pretty on there. But I'm going to use Happy Valentine's Day with the sweet sorbet again. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I told my granddaughters that they've got to pick more than one color. My youngest one loves cats, and she likes blue, but purple is her favorite. You want a challenge? The one I'm doing this card for, she likes green, and soft succulent green is her color green. So, and it doesn't work. It does not work. All right, so I'm going to put that there, and you know what? That really is kind of hidden there, so I really should layer that, shouldn't I, with some sweet sorbet. So let me just grab some. Not going to be long enough yet. So this is a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to do this 5/8 of an inch. And we'll do it. Whoa, that doesn't look like 5/8. That looks like a 1/2 inch. Yeah, we didn't go to 5/8. That's 5/8. Thank you. Yeah, I think she'll quite like this, along with all the other stuff that I'm putting in my loaded envelope. Did you catch that one, that video? That was done on a Thursday night, and it was a loaded envelope, and I showed you ways to use your designer series paper. But if you were on YouTube, you could go under loaded envelope. Now, I'm thinking to myself that, do I want to pop this up? Probably not, because of the folds. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. Let's just put that there. Oh, Betty went and said that might be my reason to use garden green. Garden green is not her color green. I'll tell you that right now. She would be more of an old olive if she was going to pick one of those yellow greens. Actually, garden green has quite a bit of blue in it too. But anyways, nah. So I'm just going to put that across there, just like that. Geez, that even matched. I can't believe it. Wasn't even tried to do that. So I'm just going to put this across here so it's kind of shows the bottom. Just like that. And of course we have to use rhinestone or something, right? So this goes along with this suite. These are called pastel sequin gems, and they work really, really well with this particular card. Even though this is pink, look at this. I could put this on here and it picks up the color that's there. But I think what I'm going to do for this particular card, I'm going to use gold. And they have two different sizes, but I only have this size right here. Sometimes I struggle with where to put this, and then we'll put that down there. Or let's do it there. You kind of always want to do 3 uneven, maybe in a triangle, that sort of stuff. Now, I didn't bring an envelope over with me, but I'll just grab one. So I'm going to show you how this folds. Okay, so this goes like this, and that's how the card goes, and it looks like that. Or it could be this way too, where it could pop up and go like this. I prefer it to go like this, just like that, and that's how it looks when it's standing there. All right, so how you go to fold this to put this into a card is you just bring these 2 pieces over here like this, and then this is 4 1/4, and it'll fit right into your card. Oops. Now it's stuck on the back of the envelope here. So it just goes in like that. Here, let me put this back here, and then I can get that in. That would be a really good excuse to also decorate the outside of your envelope. But like I say, it just goes into your envelope just like that. And there's your card goes in, and it's a regular size card. So there's your card there. I don't know, it's a pop-up card of some sort. I'm saying that this pops up, so that's my interpretation of a pop-up card. In any event, there's a Valentine's card. I hope that she likes it. Like I say, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. Oh, I'm so glad that you're going to give it a try, Marilyn. By all means, that's the whole purpose of this, is to make it. Now, like I say, I saw this in metric. So, and the metric was a little bit different, obviously, because it is. But I converted it so I could get it done into the imperial sizes. And really, if it comes to something like that, you could always at that point is just convert it into the things that'll work okay into whatever. Hi, Denise. Awesome. That's great. And you know what, turn around and share it on my group. I would love to have you share all these different things in there. It really, it shows different things that you can do. Like I say, I think Eve's going to like that. I know Kira's going to like hers. So in any event. All right. So what's happening? Tomorrow is my technique. How did they do that technique Tuesday? I will be going live at 4:30 Pacific time. Uh, Doing a technique and something that you can't. And somebody reminded me of a technique on the weekend, and I didn't write it down, and I should have. It wasn't. They had just said something, and it triggered me of another one. So I'll see what turns up tomorrow. Like I say, I never know what I'm doing until the day of, unless there's things that I have to do ahead of time. So tomorrow, 4:30 is when I'll be there. Remember, if you don't have a demonstrator and you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Um, yeah. So thanks for joining me. I am so glad that you have joined me. And have a great Monday, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.